Good afternoon. It is November 7th at 6 p.m. and we'll call the Freetown Board of Selectmen meeting to order. Note, this meeting is being recorded and will be available on our town YouTube page. We will be going into executive session and then returning into open session. We will be going into executive session for the following reason. Mass General Law, Section 30A, Section 21A4 to discuss the deployment of or strategy regarding security personnel or devices. I would also like to note that Selectman Matthews will be joining us momentarily. So with that, I will make a motion to go into executive session.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Selectman Lowe?
Aye. Yes.
Selectman Zager?
Yes.
All right, so we are now back in open session. I have joined in the meantime. Agenda item 2 is executive session minutes from 10/24/2022. So I'll entertain a motion to approve but not release the executive session minutes from 10/24/2022.
Motion made.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next is the open session minutes from the same date. So with that, I'll entertain a motion to approve the open session minutes from 10/24/2022.
Motion made.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, so now we have items for surplus, which are in attachment B of the packet. Looks like a bunch of computer stuff, probably outdated.
Very.
Very outdated. They're all in the basement right now next to the old toilet.
Yep. So the plan is just to declare surplus and then just recycle it.
Yeah, we'll wipe any data that's on
Obviously,
the
yep.
plan,
Yep.
and then recycle or destroy.
All right, great. I have no issues with the items. Anyone?
No.
Discussion? All right, so with that, I will entertain a motion to declare the items listed in attachment B as surplus and approve to wipe the data clean and recycle/destroy the equipment.
Motion made.
I second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, next we have snowplow contracts. So I'm assuming I looked, there's a lot of information for all of them, but they all have all the required documentation and insurance, everything else?
Correct.
All right, great. So I'll name them all and I'll just do one motion to approve them?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have Timothy Pinto, SM Automotive, we have Wayne Croteau, Wayne Croteau, Dylan Hendrick, Zussi Brothers LLC, Nate's Oil Burner Services Inc., Vincent Carpin, probably wrong there too, Barry Amaral, Matthew Denault, and Lazote's Welding and Fabrication LLC. So I'll entertain a motion to approve the snowplow contracts for those mentioned.
Motion made.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, next is the speed message signs. So these are obviously signs that will tell you how fast you're going and tell you to slow down when you're going too fast. One thing I was going through that documentation pretty quickly, but where are these going to be located?
So one is actually a sign board, like a digital sign board that will have your speed on it as well, but it could also be used for, like road repairs, slow down, things like that.
Yeah.
And the other one is just a sign that will tell you when you're going too fast. They're portable.
Okay.
So the chief will set them up where and when he thinks they're necessary. These were paid for by a grant that I received for Shared Streets grant that I received a while back. So the funds for these are all grant paid for.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear that. There was some sticker shock there. These things are not inexpensive.
No, they're not. So this was a Shared Street grant that was awarded to the town for equipment purposes, and we
Awesome.
were able to purchase the big digital sign, which will have a speed sign on it, but also a separate portable speed sign that can like hook on to a telephone pole.
Yep.
So he might put some wherever he has concerns of the speed rate. And also with that grant, we got I call it the woolly mammoth. It's some kind of a tractor that plows sidewalks.
Woolly mammoth.
I don't know what it's really
Yeah,
called, but
I think it looks awesome though.
it's the woolly mammoth, and
It's a track vehicle.
Chuck was able to order that for the highway department with this same grant funds, which I think was $43,000,
Wow.
$44,000.
That's
So
awesome.
it's just a nice little bonus for our departments to get some equipment that we otherwise wouldn't be able to get.
Yeah, that's great.
So this is just to have the contract so we can get the equipment ordered and ready and in.
Perfect. Any questions or thoughts on this?
The only concerns I have is looking at it, I think it's mitigated, but we have a bylaw that says no digital signage. Is this because it's portable and not
Yeah,
fixed, does that bypass that?
It should, I mean, I
Okay.
don't see, it's
Not-
just like a safety concern, it'll be a
Yeah.
safety sign, and we got one last year with a grant as well, with the highway surveyor, Chuck applied for a grant through Meyer and got, a grant for one, so now we have two, which oftentimes we need things one on each end of the town.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we have such a large sort of span of space in the town, so this will complement that as well.
I think, sometimes I think they should put one on the Bay Shores, so some people fly around.
Right,
Neighborhood.
yeah.
All right,
I wouldn't mind seeing someone around town instead of going there and changing the old Price is Right stickers, right?
yeah,
Um,
exactly.
So, but that's for another time.
For town meetings, so, yeah. All right, great. So with that, I'll entertain a motion to approve the agreement between the town of Freetown and All Traffic Solutions, Inc. for the speed message sign and speed feedback sign.
Motion made.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Alright. Okay, next is the contract extension between the town of Freetown and JRD Incorporated for flushing manholes, seeping pits to 12/31/2022, and it was originally supposed to end.
In October, I just, and it was just a manpower issue, so I have spoken to Jim Rezendez from JRD, and he said we can get it done by the end of the year. So it's just an extension of the existing contract, just so that we can guarantee payment to them.
Perfect. Any questions, concerns?
It's all straightforward.
All right. So with that, I'll entertain a motion to approve the contract extension between the town of Freetown and JRD Incorporated for flushing manholes, seeping pits to 12. Did I say that wrong?
No, it's just,
to 12/31/2022.
Motion made.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Well, tongue twisters in these today.
Okay, so that takes care of Board of Selectmen portion of the agenda. So I'll kick it over to personnel.
All right, agenda item number 8. Discussion and vote on whether to approve the new rates for health insurance for retirees. Well, like we've heard on, news and everything else, everything's going up in the following year. So it looks like we're looking at a 1.3%, 1.31% on one section, and then 2.4 for MEDIC's 2 plan. So they're in line with the rest of the country. Nothing really we can do about it. There's no really negotiating, saying, hey, we only want to pay 2%. Not going to happen. So they kind of make their own rates, and it's not as bad as the federal, but it's still going up, so something to look into or look at. But it's pretty straightforward. Any additional questions?
Nope, it's
Yeah.
pretty straightforward.
Please, all right. I entertain a motion to approve the new rates for health insurance for retirees.
I'll make that motion.
I will second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yeah, I didn't see a date on there either. I was looking for that as well. All right, item agenda number 9. Discussion and vote on whether to approve the agreement between the town of Freetown and Kimberly Fails, effective 11/17/2022 through 3/31/2023. So this one's, I guess you all of this know. So Kim decided that she was gonna retire or move on to the next chapter of her life in the near future. But when we looked at the applicants that we hired for her replacement, there wasn't anyone that was like, you know what, you can just come in and turnkey ready to roll. So we hired the agenda number 10, Mr. Parent. He's a great candidate, very smart, but Kim has decided to stay on to help the town and almost in a way mentor him to be the best accountant he could possibly be. So this is a win-win for the town, win-win for Matt and for the department. So this is just the contract to approve that, to move forward from her effective retirement date, which was this month, to another 6 months into March.
Yeah, I think having the overlap is huge and
Yeah.
required, so I definitely support this agreement.
Yeah.
So
It teaches him this side, right? The
Absolutely.
municipality.
the municipality part, which he doesn't really know. He knows the accounting portion, but he doesn't know the law structure that comes with it. And she's gonna be there primarily, I think, 8 hours a week, Deb, right?
yeah,
And
so
she's an hourly employee now, right? So,
Correct.
it'll be hourly, yep.
Yeah. and now that so there's no benefits, right, for that?
No.
Okay, so, you know, which is good for the, financially for the town, obviously.
Yeah, this is, we're lucky and, that because it will ensure a smooth transition.
Yeah,
And as you know, that's a very vital
Oh.
role in our town.
extremely important, and that gives us obviously there's so much knowledge that Kim has in there, but that gives at least a good chunk of time for her to transfer that knowledge, so.
Absolutely, this is a win-win for everybody
Yeah.
across the board. So, if there's no further discussion, I entertain the motion to approve the agreement between the town of Freetown and Kimberly Fails effective 11/17/2022 through 3/31/2023.
I'll make that motion.
I will second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Agenda 10 is a discussion and vote whether to approve the agreement between the town of Freetown and Matthew Parent effective 11/14/2022 through 6/30/2025. So this is the individual that we had here in front of us, before us, the previous meeting. He's the person we all selected to become the new accountant. And this is just, again, his agreement. He's worked with us as far as what to pay, since knowing that he's new to the municipal world. So we're getting, I think, a great deal for a great person. I think it's, again, a win-win with having Kim on board.
Perfect.
So I entertain the motion to approve the agreement between the town of Freetown and Matthew Parent effective 11/14/2022 through 6/30/2025.
I'll make that motion.
I will second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Number 11, I'm going to skip to the last one on the agenda board. That one might be a little lengthier versus the other ones. So we'll jump onto agenda 12. And then we'll go, after 14, we'll go back to 11. So discussion and vote on whether to approve the following appointments. So I'm just going to read them all.
Yeah.
And then,
If we have any holds,
Yep.
just tell you to hold and then go back to it.
Yeah.
so section 12A, Christine A. Albertson as single operator, full-time effective 11/1/2022 through 6/30/2023. 12B, Victoria A. Ashley, Brianna M. Ferreira, Haley M. Harrison, R. Orion K. Silva, and Lauren R. Sunshine as single operator part-time trainee effective 11/1/2022 through 6/30/2023. Agenda 12C, Katarina Maderos as single operator part-time trainee effective 11/2/2022 through 6/30/2023. Agenda item 12D, Kevin V. Desmarais to Soil Conservation Board effective 11/7/2022 through 6/30/2023. Agenda item 12E, Charles B. Sullivan to Soil Conservation Board effective 11/7/2022 through 6/30/2025. Agenda item 12F, Christopher Mather, sorry Christopher, if I butcher that, to Soil Conservation Board effective 11/7/2022 through 6/30/2025. Agenda item 12G, Keith Mello to Conservation Board effective 11/7/2022 through 6/30/2023. Margaret.
Soil conservation.
Back to 12G, Keith Mello to Soil Conservation Board effective 11/7/2022 through 6/30/2023. Thank you, sir.
No.
Item agenda 12H, Margaret M. French to Soil Conservation Board effective 11/7/2022 through 6/30/2024. 12I, Matthew Parent as town accountant effective 11/14/2022 through 6/30/2023. Item agenda 12J, Kimberly S. Fales as department assistant effective 11/17/2022 through 3/31/2023. Any discussion or vote or
No.
any concerns? Excellent. I hereby entertain a motion to appoint the aforementioned members from 12A to 12J to their effective boards and committees, effective on those dates as so spoken.
All right, I'll make that motion.
I will second.
All in favor?
Aye. Whew. That was a mouthful.
Yeah.
Jeez.
2023, in Article 10, it says 2025. Those two different
Would